I hadn't ever wanted to marry, even as a young girl with sisters. I had always pictured Erwina or Theodora in dresses and veils of pure white, heeled shoes, jewels, and carrying flowers of many colors, but that vision never aligned with my goals. I couldn't picture my wedding dress or my groom. It just wasn't me. I wanted to dance, and that was really all that piqued my interest. Dowries have saved many from the unwanted life of a palace dancer. You should wait for yours to arrive, then start making jewelry to bolster your load so you are guaranteed a safe exit from the palace, Emran said. Why wait? I asked. I wanted out before something awful had the chance to happen. It would look suspicious if you started accumulating jewelry before you had your dowry. The guards could think you were stealing, Emran warned. Then I will use my magic the instant my dowry arrives from home. I will let your attending maid know to watch for it once we arrive at the palace. Thank you, I said, and meant it. Emran nodded. A moment passed, and then Emran gasped and looked at me in horror. I forgot to tell you the worst part. There's worse? I asked. Yes, you're a fairy, so you'll be forced to have a barbell locking your wings together so you can't fly away. I felt my three magic hiss in a combination of rage and fear. No, I said firmly. Absolutely not. Please, you can't act foolishly or else you will get us both in trouble, Emran reminded me. I stared at her, trembles of rage ripping through me. I felt cold despite fire and shivered. I won't risk your safety, but if someone tries to put a barbel in my wings, I won't be held responsible for whatever fire or metal do to them, I growled. Except you will. No crime goes unanswered here. Aside from the marring of fairies and the imprisonment of innocents, I snapped. Emran put a hand on mine. You will get through this. I will help where I can, so long as you keep my help a secret, and don't cause a fuss about the new things you have learned before the other dancers. I will make sure you find a way out of this mess. Nobody wants to be enslaved against their will, especially at the cost of their future life. I felt a tear stinging in my eye and burned it away. You know, it's really no less noticeable for you to steam than it is to cry, Emmerin laughed. I smirked, not quite able to reach a laugh past the lump in my throat. For the record, I like your eyes too, Emmerin said. I frowned in confusion, thinking that my blue eyes were not anything special or rare compared to hers. I thought that insulted you. That was before I knew you meant it. I managed a strangled laugh and felt a flush of tears. I did mean it. I'm sorry I'm crying. This is just too much. Emmerin smiled sadly. I know. It is. I will do all I can for you, Orissa. I promise. I promise to keep your secrets, I replied with a smile for my new friend through my tears. I trust you, Emmerin assured me, and you can trust me. Somehow I could tell that from the moment you pulled out that chair for me.